For me, it's the classics.
The imagination is infinite.
Imagination brought Aaron DeRico back to soccer. Not on the field, but in a book.
Our hero, Eamon Walker, is bolting into the center of the emerald green field.
A comic book.
I always wanted to play soccer like my dad. I created a soccer superhero.
Imagination.
It was a year in which Dave DeRico
inspired David DeRico. Not in a book, but on the field.
He was fast. He was tough.
He was known for his drive.
4-2 in the Kingdom.
He was the first pick of the expansion Sounders in 1974 and a captain of the U.S. national team.
My mother was this beautiful model. My dad, this amazing muscular soccer star. It was like having Wonder Woman and Superman as your parents.
But their son Aaron, as titled in one poem, was more like the Crooked Prince.
If you make a fist, that's what my legs are doing consistently.
Aaron DeRico has cerebral palsy. He had a learning disability in high school and just 2 years ago was hospitalized after a car hit his wheelchair. And while his dreams of pro soccer were dashed early on, his love for comics never died.
I'm out to be the Elvis, the Beatles, the Jimi Hendrix, the Ray Charles of human potential.
Imagination helped bring Jimi Hendrix to the top. Hendrix and concert promoter Pat O'Day are forever linked in Seattle's rise in the music industry.
Creativity is almost impossible to describe, but it is there. You can spot it, you can see it, you can feel it.
It's what O'Day felt when Aaron DeRico first entered his office 15 years ago.
He came in because he had drawn a picture of me. I was astonished.
It was a meeting Aaron calls
a cosmic coincidence.
After all, O'Day was also an original co-owner of the expansion Sounders.
And scored!
We were partners in that team.
Not until years into their friendship did O'Day realize he was helping the son of a former player.
I said, "Your dad was a Seattle Sounder."
And he would just give me a great big hug and tell me to keep on going with my dream.
This is a picture of Jimmy when he was in the Army with his guitar.
Close to 40 years after he first saw David DeRico play, O'Day continues to help Aaron DeRico realize his potential.
I'm out to show the whole world. Show them what they can do.
A top 20 finisher in 4 Talent House contests, Aaron DeRico's gained the attention of Spider-Man co-creator Stan Lee, who told him he expects great things.
One of my favorite quotes is from Spider-Man. With great power comes great responsibility. I realized that if people, once they started paying attention to my work, I had the responsibility to do good things with it.
It starts with his original creation, Eamon Walker, who despite cerebral palsy dreams of becoming a soccer star like his dad. Eamon modifies the virus that causes cerebral palsy and turns it into a supernatural power.
Superman gets his powers from the red sun. Spider-Man got his powers from a spider bite. He gets his power by doing things that strengthen his strength of character. So that's never been done before.
His comic book hero turns pain into triumph using the world's most popular sport to do so.
I'm inspired that it has such a global reach that I'll be able to hopefully reach a lot of people.
DeRico's written the first 22-page issue, but he's searching for an artist to help him bring Eamon to life, hosting a worldwide search online.
Some people have it and some people don't, and he has it.
Hendrix had it with the guitar, Aaron with the pen.
I took something that would be considered a definite hindrance and said, you know what, in my imagination, I can overcome this, because that's where everything starts, is the imagination.
An imagination that has no limits, and one that brought him back to the pitch where his dad once played.
DeRico heads it right back in.
I don't see it as a disability, because I see it as a challenge, because challenges are meant to be overcome.
Aaron's a hard-charging young man, as was his father.
I decided I have that same champion spirit in me. I'm going to be a champion in my own way.
For me, it's the classics, but what I would consider the classics. Jimi Hendrix is one we just did.
All right. I dig this, baby.
I guess I like them all because I get pretty close to them. I love to paint and I love to make something like this come alive.
Let me stand next to your fire.
I'm doing an album cover, an album promotion for Band of Horses.
Here to here.
I'm going to make a blend, a color blend, and just get that background on. And then I'm going to put the first layer of the mountains in, which would be the brown, and blend in some of the lighter browns in it. this is one of the last things that are still most often hand done.
I'll marry my lover, the place to admire. I don't have to even ask her. I can look in her eyes and thank God that I am forgiven.
Today I'm putting in the stars that go on the top of the blend that I did yesterday. What I've done here is set up an old-fashioned string compass, and what I'm going to do is mark off a circle, several layers of a circle, spiral, so that as a layout, so I can put the stars in it. Any artist, whether it's painting or musicians, an actor loves the applause, and we strive for it. I strive for it.
Out on the wall, sounds of banging, it's constant coming from your head.
I've lived here almost 4 years, and I've lived in this neighborhood the whole time, and I love driving by this corner and seeing his work.
It's like a performance almost, in that, like an actor or something, you prepare for it best you can, but then when the time comes, you have to step out on stage, and there's no way to hide what I've done. What I'm going to do is pounce it, which is actually passing charcoal through the holes that I've perforated into the paper, and that's going to leave the image behind, and then I'm going to letter it from that. It has soul where the printed stuff may not.
And coming up only to show you wrong.
I love it when I get the call to take one down, because that means another one's going up.
And to know you.
A writer, and I don't remember who, a famous writer one time when asked what was his favorite thing about writing, and I just loved his answer, and it was having written. And that's a big part of this for me, is to rise to the challenge and give it my best, and hopefully when I'm done, it's something that, that people appreciate.
The Seahawks are one of 5 undefeated teams left in the NFL, but the record is really insignificant when you hear stories like this.
As if we needed another reason to be impressed with quarterback Russell Wilson. Sports director Aaron Levine is here with a heartwarming story of another one of his fans. Aaron?
Yeah, 11-year-old Allison Christensen is a huge Russell Wilson fan, and she's now one of his newest friends. And they were reunited yesterday after she gave him a little something extra to keep in his back pocket when the Seahawks went to Houston.
Another opportunity to be great. Let's go do it. Come on.
Every week,
1, 2, 3, home.
There's a moment.
No letting up. Let's go. Be special.
Russell Wilson
Touchdown, Seahawks.
calls the best.
And then the second best is winning.
The first
Caden, I'm Russell. This is Ashton.
is the time he and his wife Ashton spend
William, what's up?
every Tuesday
It's like, why do we have to play away this week?
with patients at Seattle Children's Hospital.
Thank you for letting us spend some time with you. I'm signing each one of these pictures so that way when I see the kids that they can have something to hold on to and just give them a little gift.
But it was a gift
I showed it to you guys once before.
from a patient
I've been kind of carrying it around with me.
that's touched him the most.
It's done so well. I think you can look at the inside, you got the lime green inside for the cash.
A wallet
It's like perfect. Perfect. It's a perfect man wallet.
that's one of a kind.
Nobody else in Seattle or nobody else in any country or anywhere else has this Seattle Seahawks wallet. So it makes it special.
Last Tuesday, 11-year-old patient Allison Christensen gave Russell the homemade wallet.
I'm just so shocked that he even uses it.
She didn't feel good at all. And then all of a sudden when he came, he was just like, she forgot about the pain.
The very next day, a donor was found for a brand new heart.
She got it right on time. That's what I'm talking about. Perfect.
I mean, I think he was the, lucky charm too for Allison for getting a heart.
He somehow got near the sticks.
2 days after Allison underwent successful heart transplant surgery,
Go Hawks.
There you go.
Wilson led the Hawks to a 17-point comeback win in Houston
There you go, Russ.
and was quick to
Look at
make the
that.
connection.
I think she definitely was a good luck charm. Allison.
Just a week after meeting one of his biggest fans who needed a new heart,
The crowd goes wild. I got your wallet, girl.
Wilson was back in Allison's room, her new heart beating faster, his good luck wallet in tow.
I don't know a lot better because I just love him so much. So Yeah, it was pretty cool to see him again.
Go Hawks! You know, we believe in miracles. We believe in things happening. You know, like Allison, for example, getting that heart. You know, the day after, you know, I got to see her. I mean, that's pretty awesome. You know, it's a special moment, and so to be able to share that moment in a picture goes a long way.
It's a moment they'll never forget.
What's up, dear?
A moment that even trumps winning on Wilson's list.
I think that's special to them, but it's really special to me. I don't think they realize, you know, how much it means to me more than anything. So it definitely makes my week.
A week that began with an empty homemade wallet and ended with 2 strong, healthy hearts.
I just get really happy and like starstruck, I guess.
Right in the beak.
Because I can't believe still when he comes here that he's actually here.
You know, I still try and look nice and do my best, but there are days when I can't.
Feels good.
Wonderful. Someone's taking care of you, but it's for good. It's not a treatment. It's not a medical treatment. It's a pleasure.
We're going to do kind of fill in some eyebrows next, do some eyelashes, a little bit of cheeks, lips, and eyes. The biggest thing is just to simulate natural looking eyebrows and eyelashes, which is just ageless, it's classic, you still look like yourself. We're not going to make you look like, you know, you're completely somebody else different. I can do less.
Yeah, do a little.
Just a little less? Perfect. Let me show you where we're at with the foundation.
Going through chemo, I felt tired. Going through chemo is exhausting.
You lose your whole outer appearance that you've known your whole life.
We are just getting these beautiful ladies photo ready.
I had breast cancer.
Pancreatic. Breast cancer.
Stage 3 infiltrating ductal carcinoma.
1, 2, 3. Today we are doing photographs, portraits for cancer patients here at Virginia Mason. And it's something our group does to give back to the community. They do hair and makeup, and then we bring them out, introduce them to the photographer. Okay, what's your name?
Laura.
Laura, I'm Ernie. And shoot their photos. And by the time they get through hair and makeup and get up here and then see the photos, they realize they're still the same beautiful person they always were. Perfect.
It gives her self-esteem and confidence. It makes her look better. I mean, she's changed a lot. I mean, a year ago she had long blonde hair. We cut it all off, and that was a pretty devastating moment. She's a very strong person. She's dealt with it a lot better than I have.
We think it's important that those folks have a memory, and that's what we're here doing, is creating memories for them. You okay?
I think that there's certain great works of art and great artists that just change your life, and I think that we have this unique opportunity to see an artist that all you have to do is stand in front of one of these paintings and it will change you.
Innovative, rule-breaking, daring. You can see that he is still painting society's outsiders, but now he's doing it in a slightly different way.
Well, I think a Picasso exhibition any place in the country is bound to be a big deal. The fact is, this is the first time that the Pacific Northwest has ever had a show of this scale and this importance.
Just standing in front of a genius and actually experiencing it on a visceral level. And you don't get to do that very often.
This work, I would say, is almost kind of an explosion of pattern and color and recognizable and abstract forms kind of all rolled into one.
It takes my breath away. It's fantastic.
Drawing is something that I love. It's very uplifting. It's just something that I do. What I like about art is just a delusion to reality, a diluted one, if you might. It's not real, but it's not fake. It's kind of in the middle. The way that it feels, it's a very, very great sensation. Very good, very energetic. It's definitely been a learning experience for me here because I fit in here better than I do at at schools and the like.
This is Heart of the Spectrum. We operate as an art gallery, as an art center, and as a community center for people who are on the autism spectrum. We had some exposure to a group that works with autistic youth. And we got the idea that maybe in addition to working on our own art, we could mentor autistic youth.
They're easier to relate to. They understand more of where I'm coming from. They understand kind of how I think better.
It's a world I can call my own. I understand them, they understand me. There's a commonality, but all indications are that I'm living with classic autism.
I'm here, I'm happy, I want to be here, and it's a good space for me.
I couldn't help it, I had to.
The goal is to do something that gives back to the community. The goal is to provide a safe place for people on the spectrum. The goal is to help facilitate a creative journey. And ultimately, someone such as Casey find a way to have their art on display and to have them recognized as the artists.
I mean, the pure joy of watching them play.
It's just pure joy to see how excited she gets about jumping. High five.
Come on, Jess.
There she goes.
It's just all for the love and playing with my dog.
Is it more fun for the dog or me? And I think it's about a 50-50 split. Maybe a little edge to the dog.
What makes a really good dock dog is a dog that has a lot of energy and excitement and loves to swim. More than anything, a dog who really likes their toy.
Okay, Tess. Over here.
And so the dogs run down a 40-foot dock and leap into the water. Today, mostly, we're going to see big air, which is the long distance jump. Basically, the dog with the furthest jump wins.
I love just the camaraderie that we have with our dogs. This is a really simple sport, and it's just a lot of fun. It's all for play. Thanks!
Come on! There you go!
Many years ago, Dock Dogs was designed as a filler for the Great Outdoor Games back in late 1999, 2001, and it has evolved into a full-fledged sport.
Going out here and being able to share him with the crowd and just having them put smiles on everybody's faces, to me, is priceless.
Okay. Well, thank you for coming. My name is Barry. This is my company. Yeah, thank you.
You scream, I scream, we all scream for ice cream. I want some more. You scream, we all scream for ice cream. Want it in the door.
Ice Cream-orama is about everything Snoqualmie.
You scream, I scream, we all scream for ice cream. Scream!
It's about the first day of planting in the farm. My goal is to grow everything we use here.
Wait, I've got to get all the roots in.
Rhubarb, cherry trees, blue lavender. It's about our ice cream.
And it's fresh.
It's about people coming, about the community, really just about being sustainable. This feels like what we're supposed to do.
You scream, we all scream for ice cream. Scream! You scream, we all scream for ice cream. Scream!
We make our own cheesecake, caramel, fudge, our crisp, everything. Yes.
This is pomegranate cheesecake.
Cookie dough. We've had a great time. I mean, we've danced, obviously eaten a couple of ice creams, had some soda, took the tour.
You scream, I scream, we all scream for ice cream. I want some more.
She wants to be an ice cream man when she grows up.
Ice cream, want it in the door.
I feel good when I'm eating it, because I know that it's not made with all the icky stuff.
You scream, we all scream for ice cream. Scream! You scream, we all scream for ice cream. Scream!
Whatever you have from Snoqualmie should be perfect. So that's our goal.
Scream, scream for ice cream.
Okay, let's go again, first group. That was the level 8 summer course point class, so that's our highest level for the summer.
Oh, it's the highest level.
Questions I should have asked before declaring this would be a good class to start with.
It's the highest level before the company members. So these are girls that are really looking for employment as professional dancers.
Noted.
Second group.
Incredibly, I had also assumed I could wing it in bare feet.
You should wait till you're warmed up a little bit before you hop into a stretch.
I thought the stretch was the warm-up. No. Oh, no.
Chaîné, chaîné, chaîné. Finish.
Look, I knew what this was. No way had I thought I could come in and legitimately take this class, but I thought I'd look better trying.
Maybe it's snack time. And then pull up nice and straight. Straight knees, straight knees. Determination might be one of the top things that you need, yeah. And you have that, so I think you did. And spirit, right? Spirit.
But spirit isn't enough when you're competing with the best of the best.
It's very competitive to get in. We auditioned approximately 2,500 students across the country and accepted 400. This is a path to becoming a professional.
That path means classes aren't limited to On Point. I felt especially at home in the character class.
Wow.
Tuckered out in the modern class. And that was just the warm-up. It's Joshua's third summer here, and the variety is what keeps him coming back.
Especially in a company like PNB, which does contemporary works and modern works, it's really, really important to be able to do both. I just feel like every time I come here, it's a great environment. I always improve a ton, and whenever I go back, the teachers at my school can tell. They're always like, you went back to PNB, didn't you? And I'm like, yes, I did.